Hi, my name is Amy. I'm a data scientist at Zindi. For some competitions, a video submission is required in addition to your documentation and your solution. This is to help the client understand your thought process and to also help with their implementation. Please note that this is only for some competitions, so you do not need to do this unless it is stipulated in the evaluation criteria or the rules. Just the agenda and what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to cover what to submit, the clarity of your pitch, insights obtained, how implementable is your code, your novel ideas, and is your code clean? So, for your recording, when you record, where to record, you can record it on Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Loom, your local computer screen recorder. I wouldn't recommend your phone, but if it's the only thing you have, then go for it. Once you have finished recording your video, please can you upload it to YouTube? When you upload it onto YouTube, you'll see that there's a little box that you can check called Unlist. What Unlist means is even if someone searches the exact name of the video, the exact name of you, they will not find it. Only people with the link can access that video. And in the form where you submit your code, you'll see that there's a slot to put that YouTube link in. So please put that link in over there. When creating this video, I'd like to take note of items that are not taken into account. Your accent. If you are a second language speaker, so if there's times that you need to speak slowly, there's times that you need to take an extra couple of seconds or even minutes to find the right word, that's acceptable. We're not judging you on your presentation skills, we're just judging you on the content. We also don't expect any professional editing. So please don't spend lots of time on this. This is mainly just to get information across. Some guidelines for recording. Before you record, wait 5 seconds. So click the record button, wait 5 seconds, and then start. This just gives time for the YouTube to start or the recording to start, so you don't and ah. Find a well-lit area if you're keeping your camera on. Choose a quiet place with little background, and also try and avoid echoes. Start your sentences definitively. So avoid saying so's like I just did and ums. You also want to try and do a short recording before doing your long recording to make sure that you're happy with the way it sounds and looks so you can save time. Also practice your full presentation to make sure that you're within the time requirements and that you are comfortable and that you know what you're going to say. So the first point we're going to talk about is the clarity of your pitch. How easy is it to understand your solution to the problem? Items to consider: your audience. So this is usually to management level. When you've submitted your documentation, you've mentioned the models, your hyperparameter tuning, the small little details. Over here, you want to just explain in general what you used. You can go into a slight amount of detail as there will be data scientists watching this video, but mainly it's to show management and to give them some understanding that they might not be able to get from your documentation, because your documentation is normally more technical. Visual aids really help. This presentation I've created is not a good example. As you see, there's a lot of text. For a video submission regarding your solution, an architecture diagram or a summary of your solution diagram would really be beneficial. Something that sets apart a video and a great video is storytelling. So tell us what you tried. I tried this. I failed at this. I got excited at this part. My favorite features are. Normally when we're presenting something, we don't enjoy sharing our failures, but they're really important because it tells the client what to not do. Images over text are normally better, but if you need to include text, as this is slightly technical, then try and bullet point your texts and try avoid paragraphs. Again, practice your presentation and time yourself before recording. Remember, you have a 10-minute time cap. The next part is insights you obtained from tackling the problem. You can structure this in a form of a retro. So if you search retro templates, you can find some good ideas there. I normally choose the template to talk about the great, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can also talk about what made you sad, mad, and glad while creating your solution. So this host will be implementing your solution. This is why they've asked for good code, good documentation, and this video. Again, you need to share your obstacles so they know not to go down the road that you've found and discovered doesn't work. So tell them what doesn't work. Share what did work and what you were proud of. As we all know in Zindi, we stack our models, we make our solution run an extra iteration just so we can get ourselves to the top of the leaderboard. That is not feasible for implementation and for the real world. So this is a good part to mention what parts can be excluded, and maybe mention which models didn't add significant difference and which models you can run for fewer iterations. Also tell them what parts you got excited about. What model did you find that really worked? What feature did you find that was really important? Next, we want to talk about how implementable is your code in real application, as this is where your solution's going into the wild. How many models have you ensembled? Have you taken into account model efficiency? So if you haven't already shown an architecture diagram, this is a great place to do it. Please can you comment on your time to run, your resources for running, and what system you would implement your solution on. Again, a manager probably isn't going to read your documentation, but it would be nice for you to just mention the GPU, the time, as those are things that stand out to a manager. Again, what parts of your code would you leave out? What model takes the longest? What parts are the most important and that you can't do without? You need to put yourself in your client's shoes here. Pretend you have just received your solution or you've received the person below you's solution. What do you need to know to put this into production and to get the best insights? Next, we have novel ideas, taking into account the complexities of the data and the model. Clients come to Zindi because you have amazing brains, you've thought of things they haven't, so share those with them. So your solution is going to be implemented in years to come. Have you considered this? How would you change your solution to incorporate checking, confirming a previous year's data as data collection methods might change? Do you have a feature or a parameter that singles out a specific year or something similar? If you had additional time for this problem, what would you have liked to explore, add, exclude? I want to remind you about that 10-minute time limit again. This is a lot to add, so you don't need to add all of it, but try add as much as you can. And again, that storytelling element. Don't follow these slides step by step if they don't work for you. Just remember to take into account these general ideas. Finally, the last point is your code needs to be clean, easy to read, and easy to work with. This is a significant portion of your solution. We already know that you're clever, you've already gotten into the top 10 of the leaderboard, but can we work with your code? So we hope it's in a format you are proud of. Zindi has 2 articles on the Learn section of Zindi, how to ensure a successful code review, and a documentations guideline. So if you're concerned about what your code should look like, or what to include in your documentation, please go and read these articles. For some of us, doing a presentation is really intimidating. Please don't be intimidated. This isn't going out to millions of people. We're not judging your accent. We're not judging your pronunciation. We just want to understand what you did, why you did it, and what we can learn from you. You are the master of your solution. You're the only one that understands it as well as you do. So take that with confidence and share your creation with us. Good luck.